This is DFW Home Talk, where we educate you on the real facts of the local real estate, credit, and finance markets, empowering you to make informed decisions for you and your family, achieve financial goals, and the dream of home ownership with financial security. Now your host, Kimberly Beckham.
Where does the majority of your clientele come from? I know it's a specialized kind of clientele that typically deals in your multi-million-dollar properties. What would be your typical clientele, and where do those resources? Is it just from networking?
Yes, it's a lot from networking, and also people. Our clientele in this market, they typically have, at least 2 properties, if not 3, 4, or more. And there will be people that are, the average is about 4 years, believe it or not. They turn over properties in this market. That's the average. So there is a big turnover. And to answer your question, where do they come from? It's really everywhere. There's outside investors from other countries, other states. It just depends. We have high-end homes that can be their main home, or again, their second, third, fourth home, and it just depends. But
when somebody lists a luxury home on the market, do they typically take longer to sell than, say, a $300,000 or $400,000 house?
Yes, absolutely. The $300,000 or $400,000 house, if they're priced right, will sell very quickly within a matter of months. Typically, the properties that I've been dealing with, for the most part, that are well into the 7 figures, they will take, rather than 3 months, they'll take 3 years on average to sell.
Luxury homes obviously have to be marketed differently.
Yes, absolutely.
What are some of the things that, I know your marketing plan is really genius. I've seen some of your work. What are some of the things that you do to market, say, a $10 million, $40 million mansion?
Well, it's very targeted. It depends where it's located and if it's a horse property or not. And I go where the people can afford to buy this property. We advertise in print. This is what I do and what I believe. And we do advertise in print. This market still, a lot of people will tell you about marketing that print is dead. Well, yes and no, and it depends on the age bracket as well. And typically, these are a little bit more mature of a buyer, typically, and they still like print, and they also fly a lot. So they also, yes, you have your electronic and your social media, definitely. That's very, very, very important in what we do, but we also do direct contact. It's through contacts as well.
Well, that's very specialized.
Yes,
it's
it is.
not everybody out there that can afford that kind of property, and it's extremely specialized. And with print in that kind of market, I can see why that would be important, because you want to see the pictures of the magnificence of the property.
Yes, magnificent properties that you'll see in the publications, and they do. They like to look, see, and touch.